Good afternoon and welcome to the Hot Seat Show here at the East African University. I'll be your host, Lydia Kadenge, and today we have our very own Cabinet Secretary who was elected in Education Department. So, Mr. Arnold,
Yes.
welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, kindly tell us something about yourself briefly. Who is Arnold?
Okay. I'm Arnold Mungar. Actually, I'm a student at the East African University. I'm a second year pursuing Bachelor of Degrees in Education, combination of Kiswahili History. Yeah.
So, okay. Second year pursuing. Okay, so Arnold, you were elected as the Cabinet Secretary Education. Will you mind tell us the motivation behind your political history?
Okay. Actually, concerning the politics, it has been a journey for me. I started politics back from primary.
Okay, primary.
From primary.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. If I can remember, actually I started being the class monitor. And you know, at primary level, a class representative is referred as the monitor.
Yeah, the monitor.
Actually, I was a monitor from class 3. Actually, it's when I performed very best. I scored. I think I was in position 3.
Wow.
Out of 100 students. And you know, back in the primary, teachers they usually give those positions for those students who perform very well.
Best.
And then I was given as the class monitor, class 3, and the journey goes on. Class 3, class 4, class 5, class 6. I was still a monitor in those classes. And then when it come to class 7, I was elected as the leader for sanitation and environment in our school. You know, I was the one who was in charge of the toilets, water around the school, environment, cleaning, and all those. I was in charge. And when it came to class 8, I was the president.
Okay, the school president. Yeah.
That's when the cabinet for education changed that now leaders should be given a title by the name president.
President.
Yeah, I was the head boy at the same time, but I was being referred as the president. Yeah. Then from there, actually I ended my secondary journey, whereby I enrolled my Form 1, Form 2, and Form 3 at Nyakongo Boys, which is situated at Emira County, Masava constituency. I served as the class representative Form 1. Form 2, I was not a leader. Then, due to some personal issues and reasons, of which I cannot be able to mention, my parents said that I should change the school. And then now I transferred to my village school, which is around our home. That's now Form 3. And actually, when I entered in that Form 3, I was immediately, I don't know how God plans, after first term, I was elected as the leader for DOM. I was the DOM prefect. Then I served as a DOM prefect. That is Form 3. So then the elections were done again towards the end of Form 3. And then I was elected as the school president. I served as a school president, the term 3 in Form 3, and the entire Form 4. And I remember that's when there was this pandemic of COVID-19.
Yeah.
We broke from school, we went back home, and when we resumed back, I still served as the school president until the end of my journey in the secondary level. Actually, also in village, I have been in so many organizations, especially for these youths, seminars. I am among those people who are like the leaders from our villages in the youths organizations. Yeah.
Wow, what a great journey. So it seems to have been a great journey, but I'd like to ask you, as a leader, there are some of the challenges that you come across, right?
Yes.
So what are some of the challenges that you face as a leader, and how do you overcome them?
Oh, okay. Actually, some of the challenges, especially as a leader, you expect is sometimes that you are being rushed by the people whom you lead. Actually, I can recall back in the high school. You know, when I was elected as the school president for one academic year. You know, there was this harassment from the students, sometimes the discouragements that you are not supposed to be a leader, you are misleading us. Sometimes they say that you are the one who is leaking information to the teachers. So there's actually it led enmity between me and my student and my fellow students. So it was so hard for me to have that bond I had before being elected as the president of the school, and like when now I was elected. So there was enmity between the students, but you know, as a leader, you have to be persistent. So I could manage with those are few who can understand me, and at the same time, you just talk to students and they understand.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I would like to ask you, as a student, how do you manage between education and being a leader at the same time? And you know, how do you juggle between the two? Okay. It's not easy being a leader, you know.
Yeah, actually it's not easy to be a leader.
So do you manage?
The way I manage my academic journey and the leadership journey, it's very simple. You know, the way you program yourself is what matters a lot. You know, like sometimes I know leadership goes hand in hand with my academic journey. You know, at the same time, I am not doing the leadership only for the doc that I'm in for academics. I'm also doing my leadership even in class. You know, even the way you address students, even the way you try to give ideas concerning maybe the certain unit, the lecturer to the students.
Yeah.
So that's one way. Like I just take it like it's something which is part of my academic journey. Yeah.
Wow. So as a leader, I think you are an experienced leader basing on what you have told us. So what is that one quality of a leader do you think one should have? Like, let's say I want to vie for a certain position. What is that one quality you think a leader should have?
Actually, for one to be a leader, he or she should be very courageous and very knowledgeable.
Okay.
Yeah. And also somebody who has a vision and somebody who focuses.
So basically you have to be courageous first.
Yeah.
Then have a vision.
Then you have a vision.
Wow. So I would like to ask you, what are you going to do different from what our previous leader did in that Department of Education here at the East African University? What is that different thing that you're going to do that when you look back, you'll say, you know what, Arnold did this, but the previous cabinet or maybe the previous leader did not do this. So what is that one thing that we should expect from you as the leader?
They have already started expecting it, but I'm going to put more emphasis on it. One is the academic trips. You know, I'm going to ensure that each and every semester I'm going to have the 3 academic trips for each school. If it is School of Business, School of Education, and the School of Computer Science, they must at least have 1 trip every semester. And also, I will ensure that we are going to limit the teaching practice fee for the students who are taking education. You know, they are paying 15,000, and I'm going to ensure that the administration is going to lower that fee from 15,000 to 10,000, or else they increase the number of counties that students expect to do their teaching practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So towards the comrades, you have heard that kutakuwa na trips. So trips ziko kwa wingi, and again, that does not mean that, you know, you go easy on your books. You read, and then kutakuwa na hizo trips. Again, pia for fellows, brothers and sisters who are doing education, pia mmesikia kutakuwa na hiyo reduction of the money that you'll be paying. Again, there are so many good things to come. So that takes us to our first break, then we'll be right back. So welcome back to the Hot Seat Show with our guest speaker, Mr. Arnold here. So Arnold, we were talking about your political journey, and that brings us to a question like, so what are your expectations, you know, after being the CS academics here at the East African University? What are your expectations? I mean, your achievements do you plan to achieve?
Okay. No, as the CS for the academics, and no, it is a very critical docket in this institution.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to ensure that before my 1 year in office ends, I'm going to make sure that all that my manifestos I have achieved them. One, I'm going to make sure that I promised that we should have the benches and the shades around the tuition block.
Exactly, that's what we need in school. Sabu
Yeah.
kuna zile ziko kidogo,
Yeah.
and as we can see, you can side with me comrades, pia mnajua we need shades, we need benches, so yeah.
Yeah, I will make sure that we have the best one around the tuition block, and also the increase of some reference books in the library, especially for the students who are taking business and the computer science so far. And also I'm going to make sure that the Wi-Fi installation, actually it was one of my manifestos that I promised my comrades, that I'm going to make sure that the Wi-Fi, it must be installed in the hostels. And in line with the FEC and the management of the school, I'm going to make sure that they are going to install it. And another achievements I want to achieve in my one academic year of leadership, I'm going to make sure that we are going to have the regular scheduled program of the school. This whereby, you know, like other campuses, you know, we have a timetable for one academic full year. Like, you know, the next semester, when the semester starts, when cards are supposed to be done, when are we supposed to have our main exams, when we end the semester, when we break for a short break, maybe a long break, something like that. And also make sure that in the teaching practice that we should reduce the fee. Yeah, it is very important that it's either they increase the counties or they reduce the teaching practice fee.
Okay.
Yeah.
So aside from that, hii safari yako ya politics kukua CS hapa hivi, is it that utaendelea, like maybe we can meet you as the, you know, MCA, MP in the future, or is it just politics in East Africa? We expect to vie for other positions outside now, East Africa.
Actually, politics for me, it's my dream.
Okay.
That's my dream that I started showing it up from primary all the way to secondary, and God willing, I'm sure that even after my campus, I'm going to venture into politics. So what I'm expecting or what I'm planning in East Africa University, after I serve my fellow comrades in the docket of academics, I'm going to do my best, and I'm planning to also to fight for the next seat, maybe the Secretary General. Then the Secretary General, after Secretary General, that's when I will be at Adia, and my fourth year, I'm going to fight as the president of the school. And then from there, after I finish my journey from the campus, I'm also planning to enroll maybe masters. Definitely it might be here in the East Africa University or another campus, but I have a dream that I must venture in politics, and starting from the MCA in my village, and then MP.
Wow, yeah. So comrades, mmesikia kuna plan hapa mtu wangu, so it's not just like ni kusoma. So this thing, it's a journey by the way, so it's like a motivation to you out there. So sikai tu hapo useme I'll do my thing, get out of school with my degrees. Umesikia from the horse mouth akisema after this he might consider, you know, being a politician. Na mnaweza kutana, so tengeneza CV, anaweza kuwa MCA then akuemploy. So what do you have to say to somebody out there? I mean, to your viewers, let's say someone who is looking up to you. You know, there are those young people that are looking up to somebody like you. Like you told us earlier, kuna wale wamesimamia kwa village yenu, you know, the youth group. So what will you tell that young man, that young lady out there who is looking up to you? Like, what advice can you give that young person?
Yeah, okay. The advice, my viewers, actually is very simple. Leadership, it starts from personal level. You yourself, do you lead yourself in a positive way or in a negative way? So my colleagues, let's have leadership from our personal level, then we venture outside, then we lead the nation and we change the nation.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've heard, that was our cabinet secretary academics here at the East African University, and mmesikia guys, his journey has not been that easy. Ilianzia from primary to secondary to now university. It means that you also still have a chance. Pia ametuambia kitu muhimu hapo, that lazima ukue that courageous. You know, you have to be that courageous to take that step to, you know, vie for a position, because you never know, kuna kushinda, kuna kushindwa. So guys, I don't have much to say, but that brings us to the end of our show. Thank you for watching.